Welcome back. This is Ryan, Executive Education Alliance faculty member and Senior Marketing Methodologist with Philly Marketing Labs. I'm here today to talk with you about what SEO is. So we're going to discover what SEO really means and the two pillars of SEO. So SEO is, just to get started with something very simple, we'll take a look at one of Google's search results pages for Philadelphia injury lawyer. Now when I typed that in, this is what came up here. We have a bunch of paid advertisements. You can see there's a orange or yellow background color behind this set of results, and those are all paid. So if you want to run paid advertising, you can use our paid search advice and go into that course module and learn how to get in there right away. Paid advertising is easy because you can get in quickly. Now at the same time, there are a lot of different pieces that you need to take into consideration. So we can help you make sure that your advertisements convert well and that you get listed in a way that doesn't cost you more money than you should be paying. The right-hand results here are also paid advertising. So you can see it's paid advertisement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it goes all the way down, often through about 10. Sometimes there are no paid search results, sometimes there are many. Really, Google makes a decision based on the amount of competition and how much people are paying per advertisement who shows up there. Now in search engine optimized results, people are showing up for free. So no one is paying Google to show up in these results here. This is entirely based on Google's quality score algorithm and all the pieces that go into determining who is a relevant result for someone that is searching for Philadelphia injury lawyer. Now obviously the paid search results have to be relevant as well, but they're often not quite as relevant as the ones down here. So we can take a look and see, first off, what we're actually seeing here is not a typical Google search result, but we're actually seeing Maps results. So Google integrates into their results when someone searches for Philadelphia injury lawyer. They integrate in Maps, they will integrate in shopping results, they will integrate in videos. In this case, for a lawyer, you're generally going to be thinking about two things: the main search results and then the sub-results of maps and videos. So we'll take a look here and see, you can see a little bit further down, after you get past the map results, there are more free results, and these are people's actual websites rather than the Google Maps listings. And you can see that these are also relevant to Philadelphia, and Google even highlights what are some of the words in the page that Google saw as relevant to that search result. So that gets towards one of the first points that we're going to talk about here. So when we talk about SEO or search engine optimization, the first thing we're talking about is free results. Results that you don't pay for, but that you get from Google and from the other search engines because they think you are the most relevant search engine result. So the most relevant to the people that are using their search engine. The second thing that we want to keep in mind here is when we talk about SEO, search engine optimization, there are two pillars here. The first pillar is links. So if you have a lot of good quality links coming into your website from other websites, websites like Google Places, like Yelp, also like lawyer directories, Philadelphia Super Lawyers, websites like Justia, all of these different websites, if you get a link from Nolo, if you get a link from LexisNexis, all of these are going to add value in Google's eyes to your website. Google sees those as votes. So if you have 500 different websites linking into you and they're all relevant and they seem like they're linking into you because they actually like your website, or your website is especially relevant to what Google is thinking about ranking you for, so in this case personal injury lawyer, all of those links help you rank higher in the search engines for that term. The second pillar of SEO is content. Now, content is what you actually have listed on your website. That's everything from in the code, you have HTML code and meta tags and the site architecture, the domain name URL. All of that is relevant to this. So if your domain name is PhiladelphiaPersonalInjuryLawyer.com, then you're more likely to rank for that search term than someone whose domain name is JoeTheLawyer.com. So you can see here the two main pieces. It really boils down to those. Now with content, the other piece you need to take into consideration is that on a website there is often a lot of copywriting. So a lot of words that are specifically around what the website is trying to communicate to visitors. Well, Google, when they send one of their engine spiders, as they're called, one of their robots to the website, to your website, they're trying to see what it would be like if they were a visitor. And so when they see on your website that you're writing about things that are relevant to personal injury law, then you're more likely to rank higher. So let's take a look and see what this actually looks like in practice so that we can start getting you to rank at the top of the search results for relevant search terms. So Philadelphia Injury Lawyer and Philadelphia Injury Lawyers, these are competitive search terms. So let's take a look and see. First off, let's just start with myphillylawyer.com. So if we look at this website and click on it, you can see first of all the title tag of the home page that they have. This is the title tag. Now that's something that's part of the HTML, and we'll work with you to understand how you implement that and change it to be something more relevant to your audience. But they are actually including in their title tag Philadelphia Personal Injury Lawyer, Pennsylvania. So already Google sees this as, okay, this website is saying they are about Philadelphia Injury Lawyer. So they might be a relevant result. Let's click through and see, when we click on the page here, how relevant is this content? Now some of what I'm going to show you here on their website may not make sense to you right now. That's fine. My goal here is not to teach you everything about SEO in this video. It's just to show you that these websites that are showing up first are doing a number of important things to help their search engine optimization ranking, so to help them rank higher on Google and other search engines. So let's take a look here. If we look, you can see that this is scannable text, so Google can read this, and it deals with relevant terms. So here we've got, again, injury, so Google looks at not just the specific search term personal injury lawyer, but they also have an algorithm that helps them to determine what terms on the page are relevant to personal injury lawyer. So how much of the page actually has to do with that as well as the main terms themselves. So you'll need to have the main terms on your page, but you also, by default, as a relevant website, are going to have similar terms and similar phrases on your website. So let's go ahead and keep looking through here. You can see when they say their practice areas, the very first one is personal injury. And if we look at that, I'm going to use a special tool that I have here. You don't need this tool, but I'm just going to show you. In their code, they actually have the text that Google can read. So Google is able to read the words personal injury right off of this drop-down menu when they come to the website. So that's important. Now, further down here, they have an image for personal injury. They want the website to look more professional than the text, so they made it a little bit smoother, and they used an image instead. So that's not great for your SEO, but let's see what they did. They actually have, when you hover over the image, it will say personal injury. So even there, they're allowing Google to read it, because Google can't look at an image and say, okay, this image says something, but if it's text, they can read it. And so this website has also used text for even the images to make it relevant to that term. You can see one of their main headers on the page, Philadelphia Personal Injury Attorneys. So you have attorneys, you have lawyer in the URL, the URL being the domain at the top, so myphillylawyer.com. And so lawyer is in there. You have lawyers, again, here's Philadelphia personal injury lawyers. Now, if you just take off the S, we've got our search term right here. So the page is very relevant from a content perspective. Now, we're going to get into the very specific aspects of that when we start looking at each piece of on-site SEO, of the content SEO. Right now, let's take a look and go back to see what type of links this website might have coming into it. So if you see myphillylawyer.com, what we can do is go right to, we're going to copy this, and we're going to go right to one of the tools that you have in your toolbar. And if you haven't installed the toolbar yet, don't worry, you will get it. And you can skip ahead to another video and download it. But in the meantime, just take a look here. Click on monthly tracking. When I click on that, it brings up this option, Open Site Explorer Link Check. So I'll click on that, and in there I'm going to just paste their website domain name or their URL. Now when I click search, it's actually going to tell me who is linking into their website. So this is pretty neat. You can see that you have findlaw.com is linking into myphillylawyer.com, and in this case the link itself actually looks like this. So usually it won't look like that. Usually it will look something like this or like this, but you can see, so they're getting links from obviously themselves, from findlaw.com, from varietyphila.org. So we're seeing some relevant sites here. This one is about law. This one is about Philadelphia. Again, another one about law, myphillylawyer.com. You've got YouTube. Now YouTube isn't always relevant, but they're linking from their own channel. So if you click on that, you can see they have a YouTube channel and they link into themselves from there. Here's a link. Here's the actual clickable link. So they've got a number of different links coming in. They're not all from websites that are about Philadelphia or about lawyers, but all of the links that I'm seeing here look very legitimate for a law firm to have. These are not spammy links. washlaw.edu. So you can see the link text they're saying here is attorney in Pennsylvania, PA. And if we look for that, just search for that. There it is, attorney in Pennsylvania, PA, district attorney. So that's the link text that's coming into them. So when you get links coming into you, there are two important pieces to them. One is whether it's coming from a reputable site and a reputable section of the site, and a section that doesn't have too many other links on it. So this one's not overly crowded, although it has quite a few links. It also matters what the link says. So in general, it's normal that most of your links are not going to have the exact text of the keyword that you want to target, but often they're going to be at least relevant. So we want sometimes for those links to be relevant, and we'll talk about how to make that happen for the link text to be relevant. And then if we go back to this page here, the other important piece when we talked about how relevant is the website, in Open Site Explorer it also tells you something about page authority and domain authority. So that's saying, all right, how relevant are these websites, that's the domain authority, and how relevant is the page on that website, that's the page authority. So by relevance I mean how much authority does that website have, not necessarily relevance to you as a lawyer. But how much authority does that have? How much credibility does it carry with Google? So we can see that these are some sites that generally are, we can look at them and see that they are probably pretty reputable sites that are linking in. But then that's also kind of confirmed over here. And you may be wondering, okay, well, what's 66 really mean, or what does 94 really mean for authority? Well, the numbers are really something that you can use to compare the links coming into your own website to the links coming into your competitors' websites. So we're going to want you to get more links. We're going to want you to get more links from relevant sites. And we're going to want you to get more links from relevant sites that have high authority or credibility with Google and the other search engines. So that's really what we're going to be working on throughout this course in SEO, is helping you understand, first of all, what is the competitive landscape looking like, and how challenging is it going to be for you to get the right kind of links coming into your website, and what keywords can you compete on, and which ones can you probably not compete on with the amount of time that you will be able to invest in this. So you'll get a sense as we go through of what is an achievable keyword term and what is not, and we'll work with you on that. So let's take a look then back at this section here. So we covered what is search engine optimization. Remember, search engine optimization is the section that of Google's search results and other search engine search results that is not the paid advertising. So the search engine optimized results are down here, and search engine optimization is the process of getting your website to rank for those results. And search engine optimization results can include maps listings, they can include videos, and they can include regular websites, and those are the ones that are going to be most relevant to you. The other thing that we covered here is what are links, and links again are almost like votes of confidence from other websites to you saying, hey, I trust this website enough that I'm willing to send my visitors over to that website just because I think it's so relevant to my audience. And when Google sees that, they say, okay, wow, yep, that's a vote of confidence for that particular website. We're going to give it a little bit more credibility when we think about ranking it for any specific keyword term, especially for keyword terms related to the website that linked into you. And last of all, we covered what is content. And content, again, is taking a look at, all right, well, what is actually listed on your website, and what words are on there, what headers are on there, what's in the HTML code that is helping Google and other searchers when they hover over a picture. What are they seeing when they look and read the words? What are they seeing? What is in the title tag? So when they see Google search results, what are they going to see? How relevant is all of that to the keyword term that you're trying to rank for? So when you think about this, it's obvious that you can't rank for everything. You can't rank for personal injury lawyer and for kids' toys and for women's dresses. You need to be focused in some format on a subset of keywords, the keywords that are relevant to you. And that makes sense because anyone coming for kids' toys is not going to convert to a client of yours. So that's helpful to you as well. But it's important to remember that it's not as much about breadth of every single keyword under the sun. It's about hitting on some of the important keywords to you and your audience that are going to drive qualified leads to your website, a qualified traffic to your website that you can then convert into a qualified lead and then take to a client. Thanks for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.